Welcome back, everybody. Appreciate you being here, joining me on this weekend's edition of the Cabral Concept, which are our Cabral House Calls. Every single weekend, answering 10 to 12 of our community's questions. We've been doing this now for over 8 years. Always excited to see what is going on with the community and help in any way that I can. So all topics are fair game. Anything wellness, weight loss, weight gain, anti-aging, high performance health, you name it. Love to be able to see it. My team puts together big Word document every single week, and I just opened it, so tuned into the questions. We're ready to go. All right, let's dive into the first question for today. First one's from Jamie, and it says, "Hi, Dr. Ball, looking forward to your podcast daily and the functional medicine research that you provide." Thanks, Jamie, for tuning in daily. Appreciate you. I'm a registered dietitian and have clients asking about the GHK copper peptide patches. There's a company called LiveWave and sells small patches and claims to use phototherapy and acupuncture within the patches to trap infrared energy when placed on the body. I suspect just an MLM to be researched with discernment, but have you discussed this at some point? I know you talk about some of the red light and infrared therapies, but can you tell me what is the most researched phototherapy and whether or not, to your knowledge, these patches even have logic behind them? Thanks so much. Okay, so let's talk about two different parts. GHK peptide is a legitimate peptide and has been shown to help to work with stem cells to improve fine lines and wrinkles and collagen and the skin. So no doubt about that. You can apply in a injection or subdermal, like a lotion, and those have clinical research behind them. How often you should do it, that's a different story. There's not a whole lot of clinical research beyond like how often should you be putting this on your face or skin. But yes, there's clinical research behind that. Now, the patches though, because I get sent these things all the time about stem cell therapy patches, growth hormone patches, et cetera, without the actual ingredients in them. So this would probably have the ingredients in them and then it would absorb into the skin. The problem is you do actually want to put it wherever you want it to work. Like that's part of it. So just kind of keeping that in mind when you use a GHK type copper peptide. I don't even know what GHK stands for. I think it's glycine, histidine, and I don't know what the K is. I'm assuming the K is not potassium, but it could be. I don't know. But the copper in it, all of those things have been shown to work, and you apply it where you want it to work. Kind of like when I talk about OneSkin and the OS1 peptide. That is something that you can use daily. It's been clinically shown to be safe for now over half a decade, and that's something I feel comfortable with. But that doesn't mean you can't use this one as well. How it works with phototherapy and acupuncture, I can't give these companies that benefit yet because there's no clinical research that shows that. Like, just show me the clinical research. That's all that I'm looking for. And then I'll start to promote these companies. I really will. But people send me things on, I don't even know, like magnetics and hair follicle bulbs and all of that. And there's no research on it. I cannot see anything with before and afters from people in a double-blind, placebo-based study that got great results from it. So I don't know about these patches. Maybe they work. Maybe they don't. Are they acupuncture? No, they can't be acupuncture. Could they be acupressure? Maybe in a way. Do they work with marma points of the body? Maybe. But again, we don't know, and I would love to see more science on that. All right. So it's kind of like a yes and no. Hopefully that was helpful. All right, Alexia is up next. Hi, Dr. Brawl. Been working with your team for a few months now and just want to thank you for all your help getting me back to normal after my ectopic pregnancy and balancing my hormones. Alexia, I'm glad that you're getting the results you're looking for. We appreciate you being a part of the practice. I wanted to ask your thoughts on RhoGAM Shot. They are telling me I will have to get in my future pregnancies because of my blood type being negative and my husband's being positive. I'm not wanting to do this and have been really stressed about it. Any advice, other options? I understand this is not medical advice. Thanks so much. Well, thank you. You helped me out with my disclaimer, which is I can't provide any medical advice, medical treatment plans, medical cures, or medical diagnosis. All right, for people that don't really know what Alexia is talking about, let's go over that. So basically, she's talking about, I don't know if I think it's pronounced RhoGAM or RhoGAM, but basically the RH immune globulin we're looking at. And yes, it can matter what your husband's RH is, but really, here's when it matters. When the mother is an RH negative, like Alexia said she was, and the child, the fetus, the unborn baby, is RH positive. that's when it's the issue that we're looking at. So there's a couple things that you could do. You could obviously, it's not obvious, I shouldn't say that. It may be possible to find out if the baby, and I don't know the advanced technologies, is Rh positive, right? Because you are Rh negative. Let me just make sure that should be, right? That's because that's what we're worried about. Yes, you're being negative, of course. I mean, that's why we're having this discussion. And so that's when you would use this type of a medication. And what it does is it basically prevents an autoimmune-based issue from the mother or baby being harmed from the immune system actually attacking mother or child. And so this is usually done after an ectopic pregnancy, like you just spoke about, or there's any risk of the mother's blood being mixed with the fetal-based blood. These are all things that you look for. It's not, well, I can't give you medical advice. It's not, you don't have to do it, but it is advised. And I can't make that decision for you. Obviously, you want a healthy pregnancy. You want a healthy pregnancy for your future baby. There doesn't seem to be, because you're doing this only during pregnancy, it doesn't seem to be a lot of ill side effects, as I've looked into this before for other women in my practice. So it's something to consider. And at the end of the day, you need to do what you would regret not doing. Like, that's what it's always about. And so hopefully that at least leads you in the right direction. Thank you for writing in. All right, Brittany's up next. My 7-year-old son is going to have heart surgery to repair an advanced ASD. How would you prepare your child for surgery, diet, supplements, etc.? And the same for post-op. Thank you so much for what you do. Yeah, appreciate you. And obviously we're wishing you and your son all the best for sure. So we're all for sure thinking about you. Here's what I would do. So every single day, I try to get my kids essentially the daily foundational protocol level 2. Good healthy probiotic, their daily fruit and vegetable blend, their daily activated multi or daily nutritional support. And again, they're doing a kid's dosage, right? So my oldest daughter gets 2 capsules of daily activated multi. My youngest daughter gets 1 capsule of the daily activated multi. You get the omega-3s, easy to, like, you just literally using a 1/4 teaspoon and mixing in their food. Like, it's very, very small, so it's tiny. So it's easy to do for kids, and that's what I'm doing. But before surgery, I would be doing some immune-based boosters. So I would be using vitamin C. That's a big one that I would use. And I would be using probably the immuno syrup that I've spoken about before. It's by Sambucus. It's at stephencabral.com/children-protocol. I can never remember if it's children's-protocol or children. Let's find that out right now. Stephen Cabral, because this is important for everybody. This is exactly what I do for my kids. Children-protocol. All right, so that's easy. And whenever they get a virus, whenever they get a cold that isn't going to just get better on its own, everything is right there. The elderberry syrup is right there. That is the one that I use. It's called elderberry syrup, but I'm pretty sure it's by Sambucus, I think. Yeah, Sambucus. And it's Nature's Way Sambucus. So that's it. In the future, we want to create our own all-in-one for kids. We haven't done it yet. We just invest all of our earnings and put them back into new products, and we're just not able to do that quite yet, but maybe in the future. All right, so that's what I would do. And then I would also do it, again, post-surgery. Now, pre-surgery, you're going to need to stop the omega-3s. So if you're doing omega-3s, can't do that pre-surgery because they're a blood thinner. So anywhere from 3 to 7 days, they'll tell you to stop them, maybe even 2 weeks. And then after that, you probably wait at least a week or so before adding those back in. But again, I can't give you any medical advice. And for my kids post, if they're on antibiotics, which I'm sure your child will be, I'm using the Clean Gut Probiotic and I'm using the Healthy Gut Support. 1 Clean Gut Probiotic a day upon waking or before bed. Either way, you can mix it with water. You can mix it with whatever you'd like. It's honestly okay to take it with food as well. It really is. It's okay. And then the Healthy Gut Support, 7 years old. I don't know how much your son weighs, but you're probably only doing 1/4 to 1/2 scoop maximum. That's it. Put it in a smoothie, put it in water. Super simple. It has a chocolate flavor. It's good. Tastes great. Easy to take. All right. So yeah, daily foundational, immune. Of course, taking the taking the vitamin D every day. The Healthy Gut Support is going to have the zinc. Yeah, that's exactly what I would do. All right. Danielle's up next. I experience near daily migraines and have actively engaged with your practice, attentively listening to all your podcasts. I've undergone numerous tests and focused on rectifying specific deficiencies. However, the challenge I face is that no matter which supplements I attempt, my migraine symptoms worsen. This extends beyond just supplements. It includes foods and pharmaceuticals as well, even those prescribed for migraine prevention, which I try to avoid. My primary concern revolves around addressing these deficiencies while working within my limitations. I've restricted my diet choices based on histamine content and sensitivities. That's good, very good. So I'm seeking guidance on how to manage deficiencies effectively when any sort of intake increases the pain. Okay, so totally understand where you're coming from and you're on the right track. So again, I can't give you medical advice, medical diagnosis, medical treatment plans, medical cures. I have to say that. Here's most likely, based on all the people that I've seen and all the people with migraines that I've worked with and headaches, including myself, is that there's an immune imbalance that's greatly tilted towards Th2 immune dominance. Very, very common. It leads to more allergies. It leads to more hives, more headaches, more chemical sensitivities, more environmental sensitivities, more food sensitivities. The body reacts to everything. So what do we need to do? We need to empty that rain barrel. We need to find out what are the gut-based imbalances you have right now. What are all the stressors you have in your life? Are there any active viruses, an Epstein-Barr virus, etc.? Are there any heavy metals? And we have to eliminate those. And there may actually be a little bit more reaction. We go very slow. We only do 1 capsule instead of 2 or 3, or we do a half. But we have to get these things out of your body because your immune system then is chronically inflamed. And that means that everything else you put in it is going to inflame it even more because your rain barrel is already full. So now you're adding more to a full cup. What happens? It just overflows more. And so that is literally how we solve this. So I would read the Rain Barrel Effect if you haven't already. It's free at stevencabral.com, literally free. You just pay for the shipping. I pay to print it. You're going to work on a detox that works for you, a functional medicine detox, 21 days. We're going to empty that rain barrel and we're going to start to work on the gut. If you haven't run the Big 5, please run the Big 5. It sounds like you may have. And then we're going to work on very slowly adding foods and supplements, just a small amount, smallest amount where there's no reaction or a very small one, and then gradually building up over weeks and months. I had to do it myself. Takes patience. I don't have a lot of patience, but it does work. I can assure you of that. All right. Thank you for writing in. Let's get to one more question today, and that's from Ryan. Ryan says, I was wondering if you could answer some questions about your detox protocol and the intestinal cleanse compared to another brand a friend of mine recommended to me called Zen Cleanse. Do you know anything about their products and how they're different or similar? I follow you on Mind Pump, trust the information they put out and the work that you're doing. Just looking for clarification on the detox space, as I've never done this before. Is there more than one way to skin a cat in terms of products and protocols? Does your product do something similar to Zen Cleanse? I'm confused and want to get a product that's safe, effective, and reasonably priced, as theirs is a lot of overpriced nonsense in the health space these days. Thank you for your time. All right. Well, I do know of theirs. Theirs is based on traditional Chinese medicine. Nothing wrong with traditional Chinese medicine. Studied it in depth in my career. Did an internship in Beijing, China, at a traditional medicine hospital. So well aware, and obviously use TCM in my practice as well. Theirs is well over $1,000. Like, it's very high priced and it uses a lot of herbs. I do not use a lot of herbs in my practice, except when needed, when indicated, and for those that it may be very helpful for, like the adrenal soothe for stress, the adrenal energy for low energy, right? So I'll use it as needed. But here's the thing. Our functional medicine detox is different. It is literally based on helping your body do what it already knows how to do at a much greater level. So you get all of the phase 1 nutrients, all of the phase 2 nutrients. I would love you to do this, Ryan. Don't even take my word for it. There's a course, it's free at stevencabral.com/courses. Click on the detox one, it's free. And it will take you through exactly how your body detoxes. Then you don't need to use Equalife's detox if you don't want, or you can use the other company, whatever works for you. But I can show you step by step, through science, through pathophysiology, of how you're better able to eliminate toxins from your body, like scientifically proven. And that is why I know ours will work for you. And ours doesn't cost anything more than a typical diet would. So listen, this is the truth. I could create any formula in the world that I would like to, on Ayurveda, on TCM, on anything. And I actually have some herbs in there in the detox, very specifically for the kidney, the intestines. And I do so based on price consideration, and best in class. And I need to make sure that it can get you scientifically validated results every time. And I can tell you that for sure. That happens with the functional medicine detox, and we guarantee it. So that's that. I don't think you need all of the different things that they do when to move the lymphatic system better with self-massage, rebounding, or exercise. Red light helpful, sauna helpful. Like, I'm looking at building a whole lifestyle that I talk about in the rain barrel effect, and not just a one-time, detox. Not about that. So again, I would take the detox course. It's free. StephenCabral.com/courses. Check it out. The detox one is completely free. All right. Hopefully that was helpful. Thanks everybody for tuning into the show. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'll be back tomorrow answering more of our community's questions. Thanks so much for tuning into today's show. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I want to make sure that you're getting our daily content, not missing out on anything. Functional medicine, wellness, weight gain, weight loss, anti-aging, living longer, stronger, and all of the most cutting-edge research. And if there's any topics you want to hear, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Take care.